The tradition of jazz is that it always changes. That is actually the tradition. Once you stop that tradition, you're no longer playing jazz. Miles is like he's more than a person. He's an idea. The fearlessness of Miles, is probably his greatest asset because that allowed him to be who he was unapologetically. When you have no fear like that, then that lends itself to not giving a damn and breaking down my boundaries and doing what you want to do. You can't have innovation and fear at the same time. I came up a lot in high school checking out Miles. I was in, Miles Davis classes and stuff in college, so it was just a part of me going back and just remembering really and just checking out my old records, kind of dusting off. I felt like jazz was at a standstill and everybody was just doing on autopilot, jazz autopilot, and nobody was stepping out and really doing anything authentically new and even trying to. And for a while, that's just what the jazz scene was. And it was boring. And I felt bored. And I felt bored with the people. And it was just like, there needs to be a slap. Something needs to wake up. Because some people study the history, but they're so held back by it that they don't make their own history. They literally erase their own history. That's an issue that I'm trying to change. And the way you change that is you make jazz relevant. And you make it reflect the society you're in, and you use context and things that are of now. For the movie, I mean, the way I went about stuff was, and Don Cheadle told me, he was like, man, with everything we're doing in the movie, I always want there to be a piece of you in it. You know what I mean? I want there to be like, yeah, that's reminiscent of the 50s, but there's something else in there. Feel like something else. And that's what Miles was. If you were in the 50s right now and Miles played some stuff that was of the 50s, there was always something like, there's something future about this. You know what I mean? In every era. 60s, he was always a step ahead, even when he was still in that era. Don wanted to have that aura of that. And he was like, and that's where you come in to do you while you're doing them. Miles was a big walking middle finger, with a trumpet. You know what I mean? And I think that's what people love about him. And so many people don't have the courage to do that.